Assalamu alaikum students. The topic of my today's lecture is overcoming communication barriers. We had already talked about different kinds of barriers, and today we are going to work at the solutions of those barriers. But before that, as I gave you this task of classifying the barriers into three main categories of sender message barriers, receiver barriers, and physical technical barriers, because that would make things easy. If you would already have classified these barriers into three different categories, then it would make it easy for us to work at their solution. So I hope you had done it already, and now we would see the relative strength of these three different barriers. Like this figure, you may see it, and this figure illustrates that the physical barriers are the easiest ones to be identified, and hence they are the easiest ones to be reduced. But and then there is a sender barriers in the middle, and the listener barriers are the most difficult to be identified. That's not easy to identify the listener barrier exists, and hence they are the difficult to be identified. Then definitely they are not easy to be reduced, they are difficult to be reduced and eliminated. Now, moving ahead, firstly, we would see that what are the different reasons and causes behind each and every kind of a barrier. Initially, we would see that most of the time the people, both the listener and the sender, most of the time they show reluctance in accepting that the barrier exists due to them. But we are going to see here that okay, what are the general characteristics related to each and every barrier, and why most of the time these barriers are being erected in communication, and how to work at those barriers. So firstly, we would see that most of the time the barriers which are related to the listeners are due to their mindset, because these are the listeners who are most of the time the passive, they are not the active ones, and that they are most of the time inattentive. Due to that, the communication breakdown occurs. Most of the time, here we may see some examples, like most of the time they jump to conclusions, they only listen to half of the information, and without listening to the complete information or complete thought or ideas, they jump to the conclusions. Due to that, misunderstandings occur. This is also the listener's mindset, they only agree with the kind of information that agrees to their own preconceived ideas, and if contradictory information comes in, most of the time they would be reluctant to get that information, and they would resist, they would withdraw. Listeners, definitely the number 3 point that says the same. And number 4, the listeners may have the emotional problems, and due to those emotional problems, they would be preoccupied with their own problems, with their own ideas and thoughts, and they would be absent from the communication or interaction at hand. But they won't realize most of the time. That's why the problem occurs. Number 5, if some problem persists or occurs, or the problem is on the part of the sender, listeners most of the time they don't ask questions. They don't try to clarify the things, and they try to fill in with their own ideas, which causes problem, misinterpretations, misunderstandings. And as the title suggests, this fixes ownership of this barrier with the listener. So definitely this is the listener's barrier. So firstly and initially, this should be the listener's responsibility to work at that. But what we would say that all the time, if the communication is being successful or that's not successful, that's the sender's responsibility. That's the sender's responsibility to work at the communication and try to make that successful, even if that's a listener barrier or the sender barrier or the physical barrier. The sender must be there to assume this responsibility and to take action to overcome this. So but still this is the listener's barrier. That's why what happens, that sender most of the time does not assume that this he should come forward and he should try to deal with that. He most of the time sees that okay, this is the receiver's headache, this is the receiver who must try to achieve understanding, and this is not mine. Due to that, the problem persists. And there are some other reasons stated over here, that sometimes the sender may not discover that the listener has withdrawn, or the listener has some kind of a problem, or listener is inattentive, or listener is getting only half of the information. And sometimes sender may get to know that the listener has withdrawn or listener is not interested, but he does not know what to do. Sometimes sender may dislike Sometimes that's due to the dislike on the part of the sender or receiver, and as well as sometimes sender is not sure about what to do. So whatever are the reasons, both the sender as well as the listener must assume this responsibility to resolve the barrier and to achieve understanding. Moving ahead, the next kind of a barrier is sender message barriers. The name suggests that this has to do with the sender's style of conveying the message as well as the message itself. So most of the examples most of the time that are related to the sender that causes they were what are the different reasons that cause sender barriers. They are like sometimes number one point says that sometimes this happens that sender is not sure about the kind of objectives or the outcomes that he wants from the particular situation or the particular communication interaction. तुम जाते हो अपने HOD के पास and you put in your request as a sender. You're going to your HOD and you put in your request कि जी we wanted a 1 week prep leave before exam. सो अभी तुम्हें ऑलरेडी पता होना चाहिए कि अच्छा तुम्हें कौन से ऑब्जेक्टिव्स रिक्वायर्ड हैं, तुम्हारे पर्टिकुलर आउटकम्स क्या आएंगे. सो उसके अकॉर्डिंगली तुम बात करोगे और तुम बहुत उसमें थोड़े से फ्लेक्सिबल भी होगे कि उससे छोटा वाला भी अगर कोई तुम्हारे पास एक चांस आता है तो यू वुड बी रेडी टू अवेल दैट कि ओके तुम्हें पता है कि दैट वुड बी टू हार्ड टू बी एक्सेप्टेड. सो रिफ्यूज़ल के लिए यू मस्ट बी रेडी. और उसके साथ तुम्हें ये भी पता होगा कि मे बी तुम्हें थोड़ी सी फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी शो कर दी जाए और तुम्हें कोई और लाइक इन टर्म्स ऑफ द फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी ऑफ द टाइमिंग्स और द कोर्स कंटेंट कुछ इस तरह से तुम्हें दे दिया जाए, लेकिन हो सकता है कि पूरे वीक की लीव ना मिले. इसी तरह से हमारी क्लास है कम्युनिकेशन की. इसमें आई नीड टू नो कि व्हाट आर द स्पेसिफिक आउटकम्स और ऑब्जेक्टिव्स दैट आई वांट. कि अच्छा ठीक है बहुत ज़्यादा भी अगर तुम नहीं अचीव करते हो तो एटलीस्ट यू मस्ट बी एबल इनफ to recognize the kind of communication barriers, or you must try to identify what kind of barriers exist with you or with some other person, and when you would be able to identify only then you would be able to work at them. So बहुत ज़्यादा तुम्हारा कम्युनिकेशन एक सुपर्ब काइंड ऑफ नहीं भी सामने आता तो एटलीस्ट इतना हो जाएगा कि थोड़ी सी तुम्हें रिकग्निशन और आइडेंटिफिकेशन ऑफ द प्रॉब्लम्स तुम्हें पता चल जाएंगे थोड़े से, और फिर तुम उस पर थोड़ा सा काम कर सकोगे और डेफिनेटली फिर आहिस्ता आहिस्ता से ग्रेजुअली इसमें इम्प्रूवमेंट भी आ जाएगी. Next, what happens that sender's assumptions about listener and the amount of knowledge that they have about the topic is not right. So sender को already idea होना चाहिए अपने listener के बारे में कि जिनसे वो बात करने जा रहा है उनके पास कितना knowledge है about the topic, and is that sufficient, or should they start from the very basic, or at what level at what level the listener is और कहाँ से उसे अपना next वाला जो interaction है वो start करना है. उसके अलावा क्या है कि sender in terms of the word choice और examples भी उसे he should be very much careful कि वो examples लेके जाए कि जो listener जिससे familiar हो. उसमें अपनी familiarity तो sender की होगी, but he must try to see कि वो जिससे बात करने जा रहा है वो उन पर्टिकुलर एग्जाम्पल से कितना फेमिलियर है, जिस कॉन्टेक्स्ट की वो बात करेगा, जिस जगह की जिस कल्चर की वो बात करेगा या जिस टॉपिक पे वो बात करेगा, तो उसके एग्जाम्पल जो हैं वो रेलिवेंट, दे मस्ट बी रेलिवेंट टू द लिसनर एंड द लिसनर मस्ट आइडेंटिफाई विद देम. और उसके अलावा ही मस्ट बी केयरफुल इन हिज वर्ड चॉइस, इन हिज लैंग्वेज चॉइस एंड कीप इन माइंड द लेवल ऑफ द लिसनर. तो बैरियर्स मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम नहीं आते. उसके बाद क्या है कि सेंडर मस्ट कीप एन आई अपॉन द लिसनर कि अच्छा लिसनर के नॉन वर्बल से भी उसे आइडिया हो जाना चाहिए कि लिसनर की अटेंशन डिस्ट्रैक्ट तो नहीं हो रही कहीं, एंड इज़ द लिसनर बीइंग गेटिंग अनकम्फर्टेबल और इज़ ही गेटिंग इनअटेंटिव. तो उसके पीछे कोई रीज़न होगा कि देर माइट बी द नॉइज़ और देर माइट बी द टेम्परेचर और देर माइट बी सम अदर काइंड ऑफ डिस्ट्रैक्शंस अराउंड. तो उस केस में अगर वो इस चीज़ को ऑलरेडी उसको आइडिया हो रहा है कि सम काइंड ऑफ डिस्ट्रैक्शन इज़ देयर, तो उसे फ़ौरन से अपना कम्युनिकेशन ही मस्ट stop that and you must try to remove those hindrances and problems first and then communicate. इसके बाद sender समटाइम्स कोई ऐसी बात, नंबर 5 पॉइंट ये कह रहा है कि समटाइम्स सेंडर कोई ऐसी बात कह देता है कि जिससे लिसनर ऑफेंड हो जाता है. सो वो ऑफेंसिव बात कोई भी हो सकती है, दैट माइट बी रिलेटेड टू द बिलीव्स ऑफ द सेंडर, दैट माइट बी रिलेटेड टू सम काइंड ऑफ सेक्ट और रिलीजन और नेशनैलिटी ऑफ द लिसनर, या कोई भी ऐसी बात कि जिससे उसे फील हो रहा है कि लिसनर ऑफेंड हो जाता है. मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम वो उसका मैसेज कभी भी वो उसको राइट माइंड के साथ नहीं लेगा सेंडर. ही वुड So number 6 point says that the sender must be cautious in the choice of words and terminologies and must not try to come up with very vague kind of words or very abstract kind of terminologies. But sometimes the sender has to use abstract terminologies. For that matter, sender must try to explain those so that the confusions don't arise in the mind of the receiver. Then number 7 point that says that that again says the same thing, that the sender must be cautious enough in the choice of words. कि अगर वो कोई अल्टरनेटिव वर्ड्स लेके आता है एक चीज़ को एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए, तो वो अल्टरनेटिव वर्ड्स एक दूसरे को सपोर्ट कर रहे हो, एक दूसरे को कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट ना कर रहे हो. अगर वो एक दूसरे को कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट करेंगे तो डेफिनेटली लिसनर कंफ्यूज हो जाएगा कि किस चीज़ पे बिलीव करे और किस पे बिलीव ना करें. सो द सेंडर मस्ट बी कॉशियस इन द चॉइस ऑफ द लैंग्वेज. ये वही बात है, इसको अगर हम रिलेट करें तो पहले जो हमने लैंग्वेज डिफरेंसेस बैरियर पे बात की थी, ये उसी के साथ रेलिवेंट है ये वाला बैरियर. नंबर 8 पॉइंट सेज कि जब बात की जा रही होती है तो एक मैसेज में एक इशू पे ही बात की जाए एंड सेंडर मस्ट ट्राई टू नॉट टू इंक्लूड मेनी थिंग्स और मेनी इश्यूज इन अ सिंगल मैसेज which would confuse the listener. Rather, he must try to be coming up with one issue at one time and then linking the other one with the previous one and then moving ahead like this by linking the next with the previous ones without trying to haphazardly talking about different issues at the same time. Number 9 point that says that illustrations and examples must be relevant so that they would help the listener instead of confusing the listener. Number 10 point says that sometimes this happens that the sender intentionally जानबूझ के he beat around the आगे पीछे की बातें कर रहा होता है and he does not get to the point what he need to say. So इसके पीछे सेंटर की कई इंटेंशन हो सकती हैं जो बैरियर क्रिएट करती हैं. So that would depend upon the time and upon the purpose of communication and upon the purpose of sender. We don't have any idea, but the sender would have that idea why he's doing that. But anyways, whenever the sender do that, communication would definitely be unsuccessful. सो उसके पीछे ये भी रीज़न हो सकते हैं कि मे बी सेंडर इज़ नॉट कमिंग टू द पॉइंट कि मे बी ही इज़ बीइंग नॉट वेरी मच श्योर अबाउट द इंफॉर्मेशन और दैट्स नॉट द ऑथेंटिक इंफॉर्मेशन और दैट ही इंटेंशनली ट्राई टू not to guide the people towards the right way or many other things. Purposefully he is doing it. So what is that the title जी सेंटर मैसेज बैरियर है तो डेफिनेटली सेंटर ने ही एफर्ट करनी है इसको फिक्स करने की. बट समटाइम्स ही डज नॉट डू दैट. व्हाई? बिकॉज समटाइम्स ही इज नॉट अवेयर ऑफ एनी बैरियर. उसको नहीं आइडिया होता. उसमें कोई भी हम एग्जांपल ले सकते हैं कि मे बी उसको नहीं था आइडिया कि लाइक वी टॉक्ड अबाउट डिफरेंट बैरियर्स. ही हैड नॉट बीन केयरफुल अबाउट द वर्ड चॉइस. तो उसको इतना आइडिया नहीं था कि अच्छा ये कैसे ये उसकी स्लाइट काइंड ऑफ केयरलेसनेस इन वर्ड चॉइस वुड क्रिएट दैट प्रॉब्लम. या उसने पहले से आउटकम्स नहीं सोचे हुए थे तो इसकी वजह से मसला हो गया. या उसने ही हैड नॉट केप्ट आई अपॉन द लिसनर. उससे डिस्ट्रैक्शन का आइडिया नहीं हुआ. वो उसने अपना कम्युनिकेशन कंटिन्यू रखा जिसकी वजह से बैरियर इरेक्ट हो गया. सो एनीवेज फर्स्ट पॉइंट सेज कि समटाइम्स सेंडर डज नॉट नो that the barrier exists. And number 2 second point says that since he is in a supervisory position तो उसे फील होता है कि that's the receiver's headache, that's the receiver's responsibility to achieve understanding and not sender's. सेंटर का काम है जी बात नहीं बता देना, अब रिसीवर ने उसको समझना है. एंड नंबर 3 पॉइंट सेज कि सेंडर मे बी अवेयर बट ही इज़ अनश्योर अबाउट व्हाट टू डू. कैसे उसको रिजॉल्व करे. बैरियर का तो पता चल गया है लेकिन अभी सोल्यूशन उसके माइंड में नहीं आ रहा. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट सेज कि उसको आइडिया है कि बैरियर एग्जिस्ट कर रहा है लेकिन उसके पास टाइम कम है. तो वो ये फील करता है कि इंस्टेड ऑफ स्पेंडिंग टाइम अपॉन रिमूविंग दिस बैरियर ही मस्ट कंटिन्यू विद द कम्युनिकेशन एंड गो अहेड. उसको ये ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट लग रहा होता है कि वो अपने कम्युनिकेशन को एटलीस्ट जो बातें उसने कहनी है कम्युनिकेट करनी है वो कर दे. अगर उसके रिमूवल ऑफ द बैरियर पे काम करना शुरू कर दिया तो वो फिर सारा टाइम उस पर लग जाएगा, वो अपनी बात नहीं कह पाएगा. And next point says that receiver he's not getting the information, he's not getting the communication, whatever is being talked about he's not getting that, but he does not know what kind of a barrier is being there and why he's not getting it. And the receiver, though he realized that the message is unclear to him and he's not getting it, but he hesitates to ask and to mention it to the sender for various reasons. Anyways, the conclusion is that To conclude, it says that most of the time the most communication failures are due to the sender message barriers, because they are the most common barriers. So anyways, that's always the sender's responsibility to come forward and to resolve the barriers, no matter this is the sender message barrier, the receiver barrier, or the physical barrier. Moving ahead, the next last type of barrier is physical barriers, and these physical barriers are due to the environmental factors or due to the technical failures. These barriers are neutral, so this is quite easy for both the sender or the receiver to come forward and try to remove those, and they also do so. So the common examples are like noise in the surroundings. Definitely, if there is noise in the surroundings, the communication would not be very much smooth, and there would be the problems in the communication, in talking things out, and in hearing the things, and in trying to understand the things. So the sender must try to have such kind of a try to provide such kind of a physical environment to the receivers where there should not be the noise around, and if there is, the sender must assume this responsibility to remove that. The next is the listener hearing loss due to the technical failures, as in the virtual setting. माइक ख़राब हो गया है, या नेटवर्क में प्रॉब्लम आ गई है, या कोई और टेक्निकल फेलियर है जिसकी वजह से हेयरिंग लॉस है। मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम प्रेजेंटेशन के दौरान जो है लाइट चली जाती है, या प्रोजेक्टर फेलियर हो जाता है, तो उस केस को में भी टेक्निकल फेलियर, इसमें हेयरिंग लॉस तो नहीं होगा, लेकिन टेक्निकल फेलियर की वजह से अगर आप नहीं बात को कम्युनिकेशन को कंटिन्यू कर सकते, तो वो भी इसी में आ जाता है। या लिसनर का कोई फिजियोलॉजिकल प्रॉब्लम हो गया जिसकी वजह से हेयरिंग लॉस है, so that would also be the physical barrier. Next, the temperature is very much important, as you understand, when there is summer and we have to take the lectures, तो हम कोशिश करते हैं कि if there is so much heat around, तो लेक्चर थोड़ा सा ब्रीफ कर दें, और हम बहुत ज़्यादा एक्सपेक्टेशन भी नहीं रखते कि बहुत ज़्यादा enthusiastically स्टूडेंट्स की तरफ से डिस्कशन आएगी. So that's also sender's responsibility initially, if that is in his or her control, to provide a good physical environment, comfortable physical environment, comfortable seating position, and a comfortable temperature to the listeners, because that contribute a lot in making the communication successful or unsuccessful. This physical environment, I think that's very much important for the success or unsuccess of any communication or interaction. There might be the reason that there is some kind of danger around, और देर आर द dangerous objects. थोड़ी देर पहले ही कोई earthquake आया है, एक दिन पहले आया है, तो उसके बाद क्या होगा कि अगर आप क्लास में बैठे हुए हो, क्लास ले रही हो, तो डेफिनेटली you won't be very much easy and you won't be very much interested in the communication. Or for that matter, there are some distracting activities which are going on nearby, though so many distractions are around, then definitely that would also disturb the communication, and people won't be paying much attention to the interaction at hand. So this is, again, I would say this receiver could also remove these physical barriers, but primarily this is the sender's responsibility to assume this responsibility and to remove that barrier. Then moving, the last slide is about the kinds of fears which are there in the mind of the people, and due to those fears, most of the time the communication problems occur. And here what you need to do, you need to see that which kind of fears are relevant to you, and which fears most of the time create problem, and which fears most of the time hinder your communication, or which fears most of the time make you not to continue the communication, or make you not to start off the communication. So you need to take the relevant ones. And students, that's all for today, but we had discussed the barriers basically generally by classifying them into 3 different categories. What you need to do, you need to just see that after classifying these barriers, you need to try to see that what kind of individual barriers are there, and how different strategies work in removing in those particular individual barriers that may occur with the sender or with the receiver, or that may be due to the physical one. But you need to work at the barriers individually, and then try to work at the solution or at the resolving strategies for each and every one. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you.